Hello, everyone. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings broadcast from the People's Republic of California.
And science and technology is what we're talking about.
Yes, sir. This new implant that MIT has created
Fascinating.
contains a reservoir of glucagon. Did I say that right?
It sounds good to me.
Glucagon. Glucagon.
Sounds right.
That sits beneath the skin and can be activated in an emergency with no need for injections for individuals with type 1 diabetes. The risk of hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar, is a constant concern. When glucose levels drop too far, the condition becomes life threatening and typically requires an injection of the hormone glucagon as the standard treatment. Boom, hit it, and boom, that's your emergency.
Yeah.
The findings were published on July 9th, 2025 in Nature Biomedical Engineering. Would you like to know more?
Or somebody else could hit it, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you were in some
If you're
kind of
kind
a
of, in
coma
a fugue.
or going out or you're
Yeah.
incoherent. To address situations where patients may be unaware that their blood sugar is falling to critical levels, MIT engineers have developed an implantable device that holds a supply of glucagon beneath the skin. This device can be activated to release the hormone automatically when glucose drops too low. The system could be especially useful during nighttime hypoglycemia or for young children with diabetes who may not be able to self-administer an injection.
I was
Great,
just
great idea.
I was just thinking you could put a tattoo with like a red arrow that says "Punch me here."
Yeah, or just a patch. You
Yeah.
just wear a patch over it. Yeah.
Quote: This is a small emergency event device that can be placed under the skin where it is ready to act if the patient's blood sugar drops too low," said Daniel Anderson, a professor at MIT's Department of Chemical Engineering and a member of both the Koch Institute for Integrated Cancer Research and the Institute for Medical Engineering and Science. Woo!
Imus.
Quote, our goal was to build a device that is always ready to protect patients from low blood sugar. We think this can also help relieve the fear of hypoglycemia that many patients and their parents suffer from.
Okay. The researchers also demonstrated that the same technology could be adapted to deliver emergency doses of epinephrine, a medication used to treat heart attacks and prevent severe allergic reactions such as anaphylaxis.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a grandson that carries an EpiPen wherever he
Really?
goes. Yeah,
Really?
peanuts. The study was led by Siddharth Krishnan, a former MIT research scientist and now an assistant professor of electrical engineering at Stanford University. That's quite a
Electrical
switch.
engineering?
Yeah, that's quite a switch there.
Huh.
Wonder what happened.
Huh. I don't know. Many people with type 1 diabetes rely on daily insulin injections to help regulate their blood sugar and prevent it from rising too high. However, when blood sugar drops too low, it can lead to hypoglycemia, a condition that may cause disorientation, seizures, and in severe cases, death if not promptly treated.
Yeah, seen that.
Yep.
It's kind of
With your
scary. It's
grandson?
scary.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
no, it's kind of scary.
To address this, some individuals carry pre-filled syringes of glucagon, a hormone that signals the liver to release stored glucose in the bloodstream. Still, recognizing the early signs of hypoglycemia can be challenging, particularly for children. Oh, yeah.
To provide a more reliable solution, the MIT team developed a compact emergency device that can be activated manually or automatically in response to low blood sugar based on sensor input. Roughly the size of a quarter, the device houses a small drug reservoir fabricated using a 3D printed polymer.
Huh.
Yeah. This reservoir is sealed with a material called a shape memory alloy, engineered to change form when exposed to heat. The team used a nickel titanium alloy that transitions from a flat slab to a U shape when heated to 40 degrees Celsius. And that is what, about 120 degrees?
No, I think it's more higher.
Is it
30 Celsius is like 112, 115.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's yours.
Hey, that's mine.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Since glucagon, like many peptide based drugs, degrades quickly in liquid form, the researchers opted for a powder formulation that remains stable over extended periods and stays inside the device until needed. Each unit can store 1 or 4 doses of glucagon and contains an antenna that responds to a specific radio frequency signal. So is the antenna just sticking up?
I
How
don't know
far
where
out
they
does it
would put
stick
it.
up on your arm?
I don't know where they would put that.
Huh. Huh. When triggered, the antenna activates a small electrical current that heats the shape memory alloy. Once
Huh.
this material, oh my gosh, 40 degrees on your arm, you'd be screaming.
That's Celsius.
Yeah,
So,
you'd be screaming.
well, we
They'd
have
get
that kind.
burned.
We need to figure out the ratio or the equal to on that, because we have 110, 115 degree temperatures here at times during the
Yeah,
summer,
yeah, it's
and that's in
uncomfortable.
the shade.
Yeah,
So if you're out in the sun swimming or running or
hiking.
playing or whatever, yeah, it's going to be hotter. So not that you should be doing that in that kind of heat, but you do working. So yeah, how does it react
Hmm.
to that? You'd have to maybe get like a cold patch or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Once the material reaches the activation temperature, it bends into a U shape and releases a powdered drug from the reservoir. It just sounds 40 degrees Celsius on my skin. I don't want it.
This sounds like, remember the silicone breast implants or whatever they were that would they weren't silicone, they were saline, I think, that would break.
Oh
What would
yeah,
happen if this
and
thing
leak out,
broke?
and
Yeah,
leak
well,
out. Oh,
man,
you
you'd
bring you
be
down below, way
below
down
or
below.
too high.
No, no, it's when your glucose is.
I think it's going to bring you
Oh
up,
yeah,
right?
bring you
Going to
up.
bring
Yeah.
you up.
Uh
Huh. Because the device can receive wireless signals, it could also be designed so that drug release is triggered by a glucose monitor when the wearer's blood sugar drops below a certain level. After implanting the device in diabetic mice, here we go, mice again.
huh.
We
How
love the
can mice be
mice.
diabetics? I
They
don't
must be
understand.
they must be forced to be diabetic,
Huh.
right? The researchers used it to trigger glucagon release as the animal's blood sugar levels were dropping. Within less than 10 minutes of activating the drug release, blood sugar levels began to level off, allowing them to remain within the normal range and avert hypoglycemia.
Good for the mice, right?
Yeah,
Huh.
they're giving one for the team, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
The researchers also tested the device with a powdered version of epinephrine. They found that within 10 minutes of drug release, epinephrine levels in the bloodstream became elevated and heart rate increased. In this study, the researchers kept the devices implanted for up to 4 weeks, but they now plan to see if they can extend that time up to at least a year.
Okay. Typically, when a medical device is implanted in the body, scar tissue develops around the device,
Yeah.
which can interfere with its function. However, in this study, the researchers showed that even after fibrotic tissue formed around the implant, they were able to successfully trigger the drug release. Oh, okay. So you could probably leave this in there for a while, right? The
Uh-huh.
researchers now planning for additional animal studies and hope to begin testing the device in clinical trials within the next 3 years. Again, these clinical trials, I mean, I would be willing to bet that if people that this would help would be saying, I'll take my chances. Give it to
Why
me now.
not? Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah. Why are we?
I
Why,
would volunteer if I had something.
exactly. Why not just and they sign a waiver and saying, hey, we understand that the side effects could be all of the above, including diarrhea, but
Death,
we're gonna try it.
blindness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna try it. So
What do you
uh,
got to lose? I
exactly,
guess.
exactly.
Huh.
So
All right,
yeah,
folks.
good
Thanks for
story.
joining us.
Yep. Take care, everyone. Thanks. That's a good one.